Hello and welcome to the Connect Show, where we're connecting students to careers. Today we have a very special guest with us, Tyler Leipprandt with Michigan Sky Media. He's going to talk to us about his career and some of the really amazing things he's been able to do. Tyler, thanks for joining us. We're super excited to talk about your company and all the great things you're doing.
So Tyler, how did you get into this career?
Well, I was actually a teacher for 11 years. I taught 5th grade math for 5 years, and for 6 years I worked next door at the ISD as an instructional technology consultant. And in 2014, drones started coming out in the industry, and they, first time people could really purchase them. And my brother got one, and I thought it'd be so cool to get one. At that time, I had a lot of student debt and just couldn't really afford it. So I talked to my wife and said, hey, what if I bought a drone and I could make money? And she's like, oh, if you think you can make some money, go for it. So before I had the drone, I'm meeting with real estate agents and businesses and say, hey, do you have a use for aerial photography? And they all said yes. So I bought a drone. Within 2 months, had it paid off, and people just kept asking for more and more, and it just kept growing.
So one thing, students, you'll notice we have a brand new print above our water fountain by the main office. We're super excited about that, not just because it's Michigan, and I'm a huge Michigan fan. That's not the reason it's there. It says from Huron County to the Rose Bowl. And tell us a little bit about that picture and what other projects you've done, but the story behind that picture is pretty amazing.
Yeah, so, I was into drones, and then I started to shoot. I got lucky and got to go on top of the Mackinac Bridge and dangle my legs off. And I thought, man, I just dangled the most iconic thing in Michigan. So I started to dangle other places. So I'm dangling over the big house in Spartan Stadium with no people in it. And then I thought it'd be cool to shoot a game full of people. So a couple years ago I started shooting games like that. And then the most iconic thing for me is shooting the Rose Bowl with Michigan in it. And so last year they had a great season. And once I found out they were going to the Rose Bowl, I started making plans, renting helicopters, talking to people, brought my brother with me. And it was a big investment going out there and not even knowing if you could get that shot. Weather has to be perfect.
A lot of pressure.
A lot of conditions. And luckily we got the shot, and I posted that at halftime of the game. We had tickets to the game, so we got in there, posted it, and within 10 minutes ESPN picked it up and it just went viral.
And how many people do you think viewed that picture?
Over 50 million, I'd say, people saw that picture.
Over 50 million.
Yep.
What was it like once that went viral? Did you get emails from all around? I mean, everything change?
Yep, every day for the next 2 weeks I had news interviews. I was on, just all over news stations, live TV, newspaper articles, magazines. And it was just funny because a lot of people thought the photo was photoshopped and fake, and there's no way that the Air Force would allow something like that to happen. Mm-hmm. But it was all real.
That's awesome.
That's cool. If there's a student looking to get into this kind of career, what would be your advice or suggestions for them?
Yeah, personally, I know that Casey here at this program is amazing. When I was in high school, I just never thought about doing something like that. And if I could go back, I'm not just giving you guys a plug, I'm being 100% honest, I would do something like this where you have options. And, back in the day, it was just like college was forced upon me, and I didn't have any other options or thoughts. I just wanted to be a teacher, and that was it. So coming to a place like this, I know Casey does photography and videography. It's just to have high school experience and do things that you might want to do the rest of your life is 100% the way to go.
So after the Rose Bowl picture went viral, what is your future plan? We have your book that just came out,
yeah.
Iconic. What does the future look like for Michigan Sky Media and for Tyler?
Yeah, a lot of that book is landscape photography. It does have a lot of stadium shots, but for me going forward, there's something about shooting sporting events from the air, especially flyovers, because with the flyover, you have a split second to take that photo. And, the pressure's on. Before the Rose Bowl shot, I was nervous for a week. I couldn't eat. And something about that, other than taking landscape photos, you got all the time in the world to shoot a sunrise. But with this, you got a second. So I'd like to just expand other than Michigan football. Last year, I was hired by the Baltimore Ravens to shoot the AFC Championship game.
Oh.
So whether it's NFL football, Spartans, I did shoot a Spartan game last year. So,
well, Tyler is a 2004 UBLI grad.
2004, yep.
So when you look back on being a thumb graduate, a thumb person, what would you attribute what you learned growing up to how you run a business or what your goals are now?
Yeah, for me, it's all about working hard and relationships. My family, you know, they have good relationships in the community, and just making connections with people. That's the number one thing. Is a lot of the photos that I get, they take a month of work in advance to capture the photo, and so you have to be on people's good side and communicating with them what you want to happen and how they can help you out. And so, hard work, number one, and then just having relationships with people and just treating them, you know, good, like you want to be treated.
You know, one thing you said that was interesting, you know, you played college basketball.
Yep.
And you had no idea this field even existed.
Right.
This class is still in its infancy stages. I mean, it's under 10 years old. It's interesting to see where we're going to be at technology-wise in 10 years.
Sure.
But you took a love and capitalized it. So,
Yeah.
Tyler, how awesome. Our first guest on
Thanks for having
Connection.
me.
We really want to encourage local students. You just don't know. That's why on the sign it says from Huron County to the Rose Bowl. Tyler didn't know he was going to end up at the Rose Bowl, but what an awesome experience. You know, he had a viral photo. So it's so important to be proud of where you came from, but never know where you're going to go. Dream big. So
Thanks for having me.
yeah, thank you, Tyler.
Thank you, Tyler.
Thank you for tuning in for our first Connect. Many more great things to come. Have a great day.